Hello, everyone, and welcome to Space Coast Chalk Talk, brought to you by Brevard-Online.com. This week's slate of games, we start with Rockledge at Titusville. Head coach Wayne Lawrence has his Terriers in contention, even with a loss to Merritt Island last week. Titusville's averaging 22 points per game, and they're hosting district foe Rockledge. Rockledge is 2-5, 0-3 in the district, and they can only muster 7 points per game on average. Look for Titusville to rebound from last week's loss. They're going to come out and play hard. Look for the Terriers to win. Merritt Island is at Palm Bay. Merritt Island is 5-2 overall, 3-0 in the district. Palm Bay is 5-1 overall, 2-1 in the district. Dan Burke and his Pirates are going to be in a desperate situation if they do lose this game. Jeff McLean has his Mustangs defense on high alert as they'll try to shut down the Pirate run game. And as history dictates, Palm Bay will have to play extremely disciplined football if they plan on beating the Mustangs Friday night. Satellite at Astronaut. This is a woeful game. Satellite sits at 2-5, 0-3 in the district. They can only muster 12 points per game on average. They go into Titusville, and Astronaut sits at 1-6, 1-2 overall, and they only average 5 points per game. Look for Satellite and the victory. Okeechobee Brahmins at Bayside. Look for Bayside with the victory. Bayside sits at 6-1, 3-0 in the district. They're going to be just too much for the Brahmins to handle Friday night. Cocoa goes on the road to the Atlantic Sharks. Cocoa is riding high right now. They're at 6-1, 2-0 in the district. The Sharks are 2-5, 0-3 in district. Cocoa's scoring average of 40 points per game is just going to be too much for the Atlantic Sharks. Cocoa Beach is at Jones. A preview of this game was when Cocoa Beach played host to Cocoa. This game is going to get ugly. Look for Jones to score quickly and score often. Sebastian River is at Gallie. Gallie is at 3-4 so far this season. Sebastian River at 4-3. They've played much tougher opponents thus far and played them the much closer outcomes. Look for the Sebastian River Sharks to hold the slight edge over the Gallie Commodores. South Fork out of Stewart is at the Heritage Panthers. Mark Ainsley has his team right now at 5-1, 2-1 in the district. Look for that home field advantage to really take hold as the Heritage Panthers will hold a slight edge over South Fork. Look for the Panthers and the victory. Holy Trinity is at First Academy Royals. The Royals right now are at 6-1, 3-0 in the district. They did beat MCC 63-46 at MCC. Their ability to score and the Holy Trinity Tigers' inability to stop the scoring is going to work into the favor for First Academy. Look for First Academy to roll all over Holy Trinity. Melbourne is at Martin County. Look for the Melbourne Bulldogs, who are at 4-3 overall. They do have the ability to score. Look for them to come out disciplined and focused as they go into Chuck Kenyon's territory. The Martin County Tigers, they're at 3-4 overall, but look for Melbourne to hold the slight statistical edge over the Tigers. Melbourne Central Catholic is on the road against the woeful Orangewood. Orangewood sits at 1-6 overall. Mike Riazzi's Hustlers are at 6-1 overall. Look for the Hustlers to be all over Orangewood, and they'll come home with the victory. Space Coast is at Viera. This game is going to be tough for the Hawks, probably one of their tougher games this year. Space Coast does have the ability to score, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Viera Hawks are riding high right now. They're at 7-0. They're 3-0 in the district. Kevin Mays, their last win, 21-14 over Melbourne. This game is, we're going to see Space Coast come out, play tough. They are considered a foe of the Hawks, but the Hawks are on a magical journey this year. Look for the Hawks to continue and push their record to 8-0. This has been a presentation of Brevard-Online.com. This is Space Coast Chalk Talk. Look for the game of the week, Merritt Island at Palm Bay. That game can be heard right here on Brevard Brevard-Online.com or WRDJ.com. And if you're in the Merritt Island area, 93.5 WRDJ.